Chinese EV maker XPeng posted record revenue and narrower losses in the fourth quarter, bringing it closer to its goal of turning profitable this year.
Did you notice that there are fewer electric cars on the road lately? Well, it's not just your imagination. Recent data reveals a surprising 15% drop in electric vehicle sales in the first quarter of 2024 compared to the last quarter of 2023. Even more concerning is the record low year-over-year growth of just 2.6%. Chinese electric vehicles are facing a tough time in the electric car market. Once dominating with their affordable and innovative models, they're now losing their shine. Just think about having a favorite toy that everyone used to love, but now fewer people want to play with. One big reason for this decline is that other countries are making their own electric cars. These new players are grabbing attention with their sleek designs and advanced technology. Another reason could be more concerns about quality and reliability. Some people worry that Chinese electric cars might not be as good as those made elsewhere. These worries are making consumers hesitant to choose EVs. They might prefer to spend their money on electric cars from brands they trust more. But there's hope for Chinese EVs to bounce back. Maybe they'll come up with the new features or better designs that catch people's attention. It's like when a new version of your favorite app comes out with cool new features that make you want to use it more. So, what's causing this sudden slump in electric car sales? The early adoption boom is over. In the past few years, electric cars were booming, but now that excitement has cooled down. Why? Well, a big reason is that the super enthusiastic folks who were ready to buy electric cars no matter what have mostly gotten theirs already. They were mostly rich folks who could afford it, but there's only so many rich folks around. Also, middle class matters. Now it's up to the middle class to keep the electric car dream alive, but it's not as easy for them. They've got different things to think about when buying a car, which we'll get into in a bit. Electric cars still aren't the top choice for many people. They're not practical yet. Some folks prefer sticking with gas cars or hybrids because they're cheaper, more practical, and easier to deal with. Electric cars have improved, becoming more advanced and affordable. However, they still don't meet everyone's needs. Some folks need cars with longer ranges between charges, while others worry about where to charge them, especially without a home charging setup. Additionally, the upfront cost of electric cars can be a barrier for many, even though they're cheaper to run in the long term. So, while electric cars have come a long way, there are still important aspects that need addressing before they become the go-to choice for everyone. For example, a recent car survey found that most people who are interested in buying an electric car wanted to have a range of 350 miles, be able to charge up in just 20 minutes, and cost less than $50,000. But right now, there's only one electric car that checks all those boxes, a version of the Hyundai Ioniq 6. So, until electric cars can catch up and meet everyone's needs, they might not become the go-to choice for getting around. Let's talk about why electric cars aren't flying off the shelves. One reason is that they are pricey. Electric cars are either pricey or not that great. Sure, you might find one that's not too expensive, but it might not be all that impressive. And the good ones? Well, they can cost a pretty penny. On average, electric cars go for around $55,000 to $60,000, even after discounts. Compare that to gas cars, which go for about $48,000 on average. Meanwhile, hybrids are way cheaper and less stressful to deal with, because you don't have to worry as much about running out of juice or waiting forever to charge up. Another thing is the buyer's remorse. Have you ever bought something, like a TV, and then a few months later see it way cheaper? Yeah, that feeling sucks. Ever bought something and regretted it later? That's called buyer's remorse. And it's happening a lot in the electric car market right now, with all these big discounts from electric car companies. Folks who already bought electric cars might be feeling like they paid too much. And people thinking about buying one might worry that the value of their car will drop fast with all these discounts flying around. Also, electric car tech is moving super fast. In just a few years, the charging will be faster and the range will be longer. So, why fork over a ton of cash for a car that'll feel outdated soon? People thinking about buying electric cars might decide to wait until the tech settles down and improves more steadily. At the same time, electric cars lose their value super fast. Like, there's a story about an all-electric Porsche losing $100,000 in value in just 4 years. That's way faster than regular gas cars losing their value. We can't ignore the concerns related to high running costs. Electric cars can cost a lot to keep running. Insurance is pricey, they're not always reliable, and fixing them up can be a wallet drainer. That's why the used electric car market isn't really a thing. And because of all this, electric cars lose their value super fast. Like, they're worth half as much in just 5 years. Gas cars, on the other hand, only lose about 37% of their value at the same time. Range and charging worries are another issue. Electric cars have come a long way, but they still can't beat gas cars when it comes to how far they can go on a single charge. While some electric cars can do over 300 miles on one charge, that's nothing compared to gas cars that can go over 600 miles on a full tank. So, while electric cars are great for short trips, they're not the best for long hauls, where you might have to stop a lot to charge up. And it's not always quick. We have heard many complaining about the charging hassles. Finding a place to charge up your electric car can be a real pain, especially in certain parts of America, even in places like California, where things are supposed to be more advanced. It's still a headache. Public charging stations are often full, and some chargers don't even work right. It seems they are not so reliable according to at least some. You'd think electric cars would be super reliable since they have fewer parts to break, but surprise, turns out they can be more trouble than gas cars. A big survey found that electric cars have 80% more problems than gas cars, even though they're simpler. All the fancy tech stuff in electric cars can still go wrong. Just ask folks who own a new Chevy Blazer EV. They've been dealing with battery problems, software glitches, and just overall not so great quality. Also, can we all agree that it's not as cheap to run? Electric car makers often brag about how cheap it is to run their cars. No oil changes, less likely to break down. But it turns out, running an electric car can actually be pricier than running a gas one. Charging at public stations can be pricey, and electric cars are heavier, so you'll need to replace tires more often. At the same time, because they're not as reliable, repairs can cost a pretty penny. And don't forget about insurance. Electric cars can be more expensive to insure, because even a small crash can lead to big repair bills. The decline of Chinese EVs in the EV market is undoubtedly a challenge, but it's not the end of the road. Understanding the reasons behind this decline provides valuable insights for charting a path forward. Firstly, addressing the issue of increased competition from global players is crucial. Chinese EV manufacturers must focus on innovation and differentiation to stand out in a crowded market. This could prove investing in research and development to enhance technology, design, and performance. By offering unique features and value propositions, Chinese EVs can carve out their niche and attract consumers looking for something fresh and exciting. Secondly, tackling concerns about quality and reliability is essential. Chinese EV companies must prioritize quality control and build trust with consumers through transparency and accountability. This could involve implementing rigorous testing procedures, improving manufacturing processes, and providing robust warranties and customer support. By demonstrating a commitment to delivering high-quality products, Chinese EVs can overcome skepticism and regain confidence among consumers. Looking ahead, the future of Chinese EVs is promising, albeit with some challenges to overcome. With the ongoing global shift towards electric mobility and sustainability, there are ample opportunities for Chinese EV manufacturers to thrive. The Chinese government's ambitious targets for electric vehicle adoption and investment in charging infrastructure provide a supportive environment for growth. Are you into the EV frenzy? We would love to hear your thoughts on this. Share it below. Also, hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated on such exciting content.